Welcome back to the channel. I'm Chase and this is All Things Rome. Today we are looking at a $40 Apple Watch competitor. Now, is it really an Apple Watch competitor? The IOWODO R3 Pro, that's what we're talking about today. I'm wearing it on the wrist. Now, one of the things I will say about this watch outside of Apple Watch is if you guys are a fan of the channel, you know that I have my own watch strap company, chasestraps.com, link down below. In fact, this watch, which looks like an Apple Watch, is on a suede vintage brown leather chase strap. So if you guys are interested, link down below. Now, one of the things that I like about this watch and I don't like about this watch are the same things that I like and don't like about the Apple Watch. Now, if you've been a subscriber for my channel for any period of time, you know that I'm not the biggest smartwatch fan. I'm not the biggest smartwatch fan because I like the romanticism of an automatic or a quartz watch, something that somebody has built, and you really don't have that feeling when it comes to a smartwatch. A smartwatch is an extension of your phone, which I really believe is kind of destroying society these days. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, even on this platform, people are getting sucked into their devices, and it really is sort of limiting people's perception of the world. That being said, is this really comparable to an Apple Watch? Now, it's really not. It's more comparable to something like a Fitbit. Now, an Apple Watch is $300, $400, $500 depending on the series that you get, and a Fitbit is still over $100. And for $40, I think this thing gives you a fitness tracker like a Fitbit, in sort of the relevance of an Apple Watch that offers a few more things the Fitbit doesn't offer. Now let's talk about those. Now, honestly, this thing is the exact same dimensions within a few millimeters of an Apple Watch, so there's really no need to really talk about the dimensions. It wears just like an Apple Watch would. It looks just like an Apple Watch does, except accessories for the Apple Watch does not fit on this watch. That, to me, is a pro. One of the things I don't like about the Apple Watch is the fact that you have to get a strap that is for an Apple Watch, whereas this, the lug width for this is 20 millimeters and it fits any strap, to include a watch strap. I'm gonna take this off my wrist right now because it is on, again, that brown suede leather watch strap from Chase Straps. I can fit any 20 millimeter watch strap on this. Now, it is a little tight on the lugs when it comes to the case, but you have a lot more options than looking for something Apple Watch specific. Now let's talk about the functionality of this watch. Now, this watch comes in basic packaging like anything else you'd find at this price point. Honestly, $40 isn't going to get you the best watch box in the world or the greatest packaging, but it works for what it does. It gives you directions. It tells you how to activate it. It has a QR code on the face of the watch. When you first open it up, you scan it on your Android or your iPhone, pull up the Glory Fit app, and you download that Glory Fit app. Then from there, it's extremely easy to pair the watch and then use the watch. Now, one of my biggest critiques about this watch is stock. It only offers 3 different dials, but once you find out that the Glory Fit app has other things that you can sort of look at, it has well over 100 different watch faces that you can download onto the device itself. Honestly, the application is extremely easy to use. And when I went on a run today, in fact, I'm still sort of sweating from the run. If you guys have ever seen the Seinfeld episode where George Costanza just can't seem to stop sweating after working out.
What, you took a shower?
It wouldn't take. 10 minutes from now, I'll be sweating all over again. I can feel it. I'm a human heat pump.
That's how I feel right now. I just ran 3.16 miles about 3 hours ago. I took a cold shower, and still I'm like sweating because I just can't seem to get that sweat to stop. Just like on that Seinfeld episode. It's kind of funny because that's what it always reminds me of. So when I utilized the watch earlier today, it does have a very accurate heart rate monitor that monitors your heart rate. Now, honestly, the amount of applications that are on this is extremely limited. Now, you can do it in a list or a honeycomb. There's many different ways you can actually display this on the watch face itself. However, for me as a fitness tracker, it does offer a lot of things. Running, cycling, swimming. It does have an IP68 rating for water resistance, so you can use it in the pool or snorkeling or whatever. You don't really have to worry about it water resistance rating because it's really not that bad. So we'll just say if you snorkel with it, if you swim with it, that's fine. For less than 30 minutes, you'll be okay. Now the fitness options on this, like I said, it has a lot of different things. Anything that you're into, to include even tennis, you can track that by selecting it and then starting your workout or whatever. It tracks it through the entire thing until you stop it, just like a Fitbit tracker would or another tracker would on your phone. Honestly, this thing is a pretty decent extension if you are into running, if you're into cycling, if you're into working out. You want to check your heartbeat, you want to check your calories burned. Now the calories burned, this is a very, very slippery slope because it's never accurate. It can give you an estimate, but if it says you burned 400 calories, really I would look at maybe 20% of that and say, okay, well, maybe not 400, maybe what I really burned was 320 and go based on that. Honestly, you can't really calculate the calories you burn through your heart rate only or the miles that you've run, because me at 200 pounds, I could run 3 miles and burn off 400 calories, and you at 160 pounds could run 3 miles and burn off, 310. So it sort of just depends. Now you can go in and customize this stuff. I was actually pretty surprised how much you can customize this watch for the price point. Now for $40, let's talk about the price point of this watch. For $40, what are you really getting? You're getting a Fitbit, but it does offer messaging and calls. So if I get a call from my phone or a message from my phone, it does go ahead and populate on my watch, which is nice. But because it's not iPhone, it's not an Apple Watch, basically whenever my girlfriend texted I heart you, went over to my phone, and you can see that it doesn't populate those emojis because it's an Android system that's attached to an iPhone. You're not going to get an exact compatibility match, but it's going to be close enough. Honestly, the GloryFit app does offer a lot. The watch does offer a lot for $40, and it feels just like an Apple Watch. What I would recommend if you do want this watch, I wouldn't get it necessarily for you unless you're wanting to know what an Apple Watch feels like. This may give you a feeling. On this channel, I have said and I've promoted outwardly the idea of getting something like a homage watch before you spend the money to get something extremely expensive. I said this in the past when it comes to Rolex watches. It's better to get a Pagani design and see if you like the Rolex Explorer style before laying down the exuberant price point that is above market price right now for those high-end watches. I feel the same on this. If you want to get your child an Apple Watch, but you're like, hey, I want to know that you're taking care of this or whether you're going to utilize it, or you want to get yourself something, honestly, because I don't like Apple Watches. I'm not an Apple Watch fan. I'm probably not really going to wear this watch unless I go running. And for me, it's not really worth me spending $500 to get an Apple Watch to only use it while I exercise. This is a really good sort of in between because I don't like the look of the Fitbit. The Apple Watch I'm not really a big fan of, but it does offer some utilization when it comes to heart rate monitoring, O2 monitoring, and everything like that. So it does offer a lot, but this does offer that fitness stuff also. So this is a good in-between for me because I don't like the Apple Watch, but I like the monitoring of something like a Fitbit, but I'm not going to get a Fitbit. And this is less than half the price of a Fitbit, but it looks like an Apple Watch, which right now in 2022 is extremely in when it comes to style. So would I recommend it? Yeah, I'd recommend it. Honestly, this is really good for $40. A lot of people say, I'm not really going to get it because it's a Chinese homage to an Apple Watch. Yeah, but Apple is built in China, so you hypocrites can stay in the conversation. If you want to leave a hypocritical comment down below, that's perfectly fine. But Apple is built in China, just like these are built in China. You can say, yeah, but this is intellectual property that's stolen from Apple, except that it looks like an Apple, but it's not an Apple because I can use a 20mm watch strap on it, which I can't use on an Apple. So we can argue back and forth. Would I recommend it? Yes, I would. If I rated this 1 out of 10, 10 being an Apple Watch, which I don't like, but it is the standard when it comes to smart watches, and something lower like garbage, I would say this is like a 7 on my opinion. Now, if you like videos like this, hit that subscribe button down below, leave a comment on the content you guys would like to see on this channel. I have a lot of videos coming up in the future. I have some awesome snorkeling, underwater scooters for my wrists that make you sort of power through the water like Aquaman. Those I'm actually taking to the pool tomorrow or the next day. That review will come out. I have a lot of stuff on my desk here to review, so make sure you guys are hitting that notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one.